what happens with persons who have been arrested or have had interactions with the police. So in terms of criminal issues, I'm just going to talk generally about kind of any kind of immigration application and how crimes might affect any kind of immigration application. Okay, so one way in which crimes could affect your immigration application is one, to see, do you have a conviction or do you not have a conviction? So that means that somebody found you guilty and there was some kind of penalty, right? So do you have a conviction or do you not have a conviction? If you have a conviction and there's been some kind of penalty, then depending on how long the maximum penalty was for your case or how long you received, it's pretty complicated. Criminal issues are pretty complicated, but depending on how long the maximum penalty is for the conviction that you have, you might not get a particular immigration benefit, right? The question you're asking, Shubham, is really complicated, so it's very case specific, all right? But I'm trying to talk generally. The other thing is there's something called a petty offense exception. So if you receive under 6 months and it's your first offense, it can be kind of forgiven, quote unquote forgiven, right? But the other way, let's say you have a crime that's pending with no conviction, it can impact a determination of good moral character, right? So different cases require good moral character. Like, for example, citizenship requires good moral character. Let's say you don't have a conviction, but you have all these charges. Then that can weigh into whether or not the government finds that you have good moral character. I know this sounds really vague, but it's hard to kind of speak to criminal issues and their impact if we don't know like what particular thing that you're applying for. If you're in immigration court, you have different waivers available to you. So there's different impact that crimes can have on your immigration application. So I would suggest, if you have a criminal record and you want to apply for an immigration benefit, you definitely should talk with an immigration attorney. If you would like to work with our firm, give us a call at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. We can have a consultation by Zoom, by phone, in person, and we can kind of walk through your criminal issues. What I would say to be prepared is to have the exact code section or the provision under which you were convicted, or to figure out what exactly is happening. So have the records with you and we can review them together, and I can explain the impact, if any, of the criminal issues. Okay, great. All right.